Hey there, LOTR, Middle Earth now, SVG gamers.
Yeah.
So today we're doing a Tats Tots video. As you can tell in the title, we're going to be talking about Isengard. So Isengard's the third army I started. The first evil army I played. And I think, personally, they're pound for pound the best army in the game. Now I'm basing this off of their high fight models, well, higher than
men.
Yeah. So like fight 4, strength 4, pretty much all around. Everyone in their army
Defense 6.
Defense 6. Other than the orcs you would take, which I don't think many people take orcs now.
No.
Can have strength 4 and fainting, that kind of stuff. So they're a real strong army, real aggressive. So we're gonna break him down. So out of all the armies I own, the army that I can go in there, I got the most confidence with, because I can rely on the high defense and the high strength, is Isengard. I've been playing Rohan, and I'm confident, because I've been playing them so long, I'm confident with elves because I know I have the high fight heroes. But then Isengard, I don't necessarily depend on my heroes to win. I mean,
Yeah.
I can go in there.
The common soldier can deal damage.
Yeah, so when I play Isengard, Saruman and Wormtongue, that combo right there is nasty for anyone, because Wormtongue, he doubles might, so he can drain might. Saruman, of course, is, in my opinion, the best offensive caster in the game. Yeah, best wizard, sorry. And he can be on a horse, so you can put him with warg riders. He's just versatile. So generally, when I play Isengard, there are two ways I play him. Well, there's really two ways. There are really two different Isengard armies. There's the Dunland, which is no longer, a lot of the models are but Dunland, with scouts, the wargs. So there's kind of a skirmish Isengard. And then there's the plate armor Isengard, Helm's Deep style.
Yep. And
that's the one I like playing because that's the one that, to me, is the most competitive. So you play plate Isengard Berserkers, Uruk-hai warriors with shields, and then you have Uruk-hai warriors with pikes backing them up. You got captains, and then of course shamans.
Shamans are a must for Isengard. Or really, if you could take a shaman, it's a must.
Yeah. So normally when I play, the first game I ever played Isengard, I actually won. And it's because I passed like 17 Fury saves in one game. It was ridiculous. So you need 6s to wound me, and against anything defense 5 or below, so pretty much any faction of men or elves, I'm going to need 5s to wound you.
Defense 6.
Defense 6, yeah, so they're going to need 6s, I'm going to need 5s. Right off the bat, and then you got a pike line, so you're going to have free attack potentially coming in, depending on how they peel off combats and all that. And then if you have Saruman, you Sorcerer's Blast, get in there against knockdown models. That's the combos that Isengard has to offer. So I know some people also like Berserkers. 2 attack, strength 4, fight 4, courage 6. Or courage 5, something like that. They're real hardy. So you have pikemen supporting them, so you're up to like 4 attack. When you're rolling your dice, 4 attack. So yeah, no. Isengard, solid army. So
another thing people do is crossbows.
Yeah. So crossbows with Vrasku, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, Legolas is probably the best shooter in the game. But I would honestly be willing to put Vrasku on the same level as him, only because he's so cheap. 2 strength 4 shots with 3 might and the 3 up shot is pretty good. It's ridiculous. I've had games where I take like 8 crossbows with Vrasku, and I've killed Gandalf the Great in 1 turn, kind of thing. So here's how I normally build an Isengard list. When I build the armor wall Isengard, Vrasku is normally the first model I put on my list, just because he's so worth it. He normally makes up his points for me, honestly. He only has to kill like 6 10-point models to make up his points, which you can do easily. I don't want to take too many crossbows, 6, 7, 8, that kind of figure, 6, 7, 8 crossbows. And then normally, depending on if I know who I'm versing, so if I was going to go to Nova, I would probably have Saruman in my army, because he'd be a versatile model to have with Wormtongue. But if I knew I was going to verse someone like Dwarves, someone who has a higher defense, I'd probably want to actually hoard and take captains with shaman, like 3 captains, a shaman, 4 warbands with Vrasku crossbows, pike line with a banner, of course. And to me, that's just the best way to play him.
I would agree. I've versed Isengard many a time with the pike long, and it's hard to crack it because they have fury, and it's also if you deploy your crossbow guys in a good position, then it's hard to even go on that side of the board because you're, especially if you're on the open, you're getting hit with strength 4 shots.
And that's to say, out of the 10 years I've been playing the game, the 2 armies I actually feel like are, for me, the hardest to verse because they have so many threats, especially with Rohan. And I'm a pretty good Rohan player, but the army that I always have the hardest time with, just because they're so aggressive, they got such killing power, is Isengard. Like I don't think I've beat many Isengard players with Rohan. And that being said, that's why I think Isengard is actually one of the best armies. If you're new into the hobby, if you're like, I want to play Lord of the Rings, I kind of want to build an army, but I want to build an army that I can make a lot of mistakes with. I can have fun with. I actually think Isengard is one of the best armies in the game for a new person to get into.
I agree with that.
Them and Dwarves, those 2 armies. Because you have so many options. Isengard is a relatively versatile list. You got ferals, berserkers. You got all kinds of crazy siege engines. You do have a ballista. I took ballista. I don't know if you can make your points with it, but I'd rather have crossbows than a ballista.
Yeah.
You got really good named heroes with 3 might. Lurtz, Ugluk, Vrasku, of course. Mahur. And that's another thing is Mahur can upgrade your Uruk-hai scouts to movement 8, which is a really good ability, especially, well, you saw it in Battle Report I had with him earlier. My army is real fast moving, it just lacked the higher defense, and to me, I like having the higher defense. But that was a cool list, I like that list. You got the Sharky and the Worm, so you do have a cheaper version of Saruman. He's not as good, of course, but you still have a cheaper version. A cheaper caster, so. I think anyone who wants to play Isengard, though, like the best things to buy for him would be generic captains, banner, of course, 2 or 3 boxes of Uruk-hai warriors. That's a good start. To me, get a shaman, some captains, bam.
Vrasku. Even
Vrasku
by himself is...
Yeah, true, and if you buy the blister, it comes with Vrasku and Ugluk. Those 2 are really good heroes, a 3 might.
Yeah.
But when I played Isengard before, and again, this is my opinion, the best captain in the game, just generic captain, is an Uruk-hai captain. He's fight 4, strength 5, which is really solid. Defense 7, courage 4, he's just all around a good captain. I mean, like a Rohan captain, a Gondor captain, he can easily take them out. And I don't think you can put a captain on Warg, don't quote me on that, but he's real nasty, just Uruk-hai captains. Because then they're pretty much pushing your pike line. That's normally how I play my captains, is I have them with my Uruk-hai warriors. And the kind of fold, and they're just pushing, and they're 2 attack, strength 5 with pike support. It's pretty bad, especially since they benefit off fury. So the combos you can do with Isengard, in terms of casting magic with Saruman, getting in there, it's pretty tough. They're a very tough army to verse, and I actually have fun playing them just because I like how aggressive they play.
They're very aggressive.
So, and then not to mention, if you build a Uruk-hai army, you can do all the scenarios from the 2 Towers books, because they're pretty much, the whole 2 Towers book is Uruk-hai based battles, like Helm's Deep and the Battle for the Westfold and that kind of stuff. So, well, guys, I think that's about all I had to say about Isengard. I mean, I just think I personally just,
they're a good army to start with.
Good army to start with,
and fun to play, and actually fun to verse as well.
They're fun to verse.
You have to be smart about it and try and find their. They're just a hard army to verse, and that's what makes them fun, I guess.
Yeah,
it's
that challenge. The only other army that I'd say that's on par with them in terms of being good for newer gamers to play would be Dwarves, just because they also have the high defense. A lot of their models are strength 4.
Yeah, and they're a good counter to Isengard.
Yeah, and normally we were talking about this, when I see an army that's good for Isengard counter, it's Dwarves, because their defense 7 negates their strength 4, but then their defense 7 negates their strength 4 negates their defense 6 for their Uruk-hai.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of weird. The two armies are
And the dwarven heroes are good. But we'll talk about dwarves in another tactics
we'll have dwarves for another tactics topic.
So,
Yes, this is the Isengard video.
we hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and support your Hobbit hobby.